Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through all of the books that I read in May, and I had a pretty big reading month. So let's get into the first book that I read in May, and that was The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I actually listened to this on audio and I really enjoyed it. In April, I listened to The Rule Book and I really enjoyed it, and then this one is the second book after that. It's about one of the other football players on from the football team that's in the series. So you get like a glimpse of him from the first book, and I really enjoyed it. I love Sarah Adams' writing. I just think she writes really fun romances. But this one is about Nora Mackenzie, who is I guess she's like an agent, a sports agent, and she gets a new client, and that is the NFL tight end Derek Pender, who she had a thing with back in college, and they had like a really bad falling out. And basically her job is like depending on whether he can like accept her as his agent. So, yes, though that's basically what we're at. We're second chance romance, sports romance. They're also kind of giving a little bit of enemies to lovers, which I enjoyed. Okay. There's another trope in here that I'm not going to say because it would spoil it, I guess. It's not on the back of the cover. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. It's not a spoiler. They get drunk in Vegas one night and they get married. So they have to, like, stay married to save her reputation, basically. And that part kind of reminds me of Play Along by Liz Tom Ford, where the two characters get so drunk they end up married, and then they stay married, like becomes a marriage of convenience, to save the girl's reputation, and like so people take her job seriously. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I like her writing. That's all there is to say. Then I actually reread Great Big Beautiful Life, and I'm not going to go into detail about this one because I have a whole video about my thoughts and my ratings on this one. So go watch that video. If you haven't, I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I gave this one 4.5. That's all I'm going to say. I literally talk forever about it in that video, and I don't want to be repetitive. But not my favorite Emily Henry book, but I still enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed it the second time around. I think just because I had my expectations going in kind of, I think, ruined my experience. And then going back in with a second, with like new expectations, well, not expectations, but like going in with like a new mindset was, I think, really key to understanding this story. And I'm so glad that I reread it because I think it gave me a new appreciation for it. So, yeah, 4.5. Then I chose a mystery, and it might be the only mystery that I read this month. I don't read mystery ever. I don't know why. It's such an easy, fast-paced read for me. Like, the thrillers and mysteries are great when you don't know what to read and you just need something fast. And I guess that's what I was needing when I read this. But this one is about a girl named Evie Porter who is basically not who she says she is. She is like living under a false name, and like it's part of her job. She's living with her new boyfriend, and her boyfriend is basically like her part of her job. Like, she was sent by her boss to infiltrate her boyfriend's business, like find out what he does. And that's all in the description. I always feel like I'm spoiling stuff, but that's in the summary of this book, and it's actually really interesting. It is fast paced. And nothing really took me by surprise, I don't think. There weren't really plot twists. It's not that kind of thriller. I think it's just like a good old easy mystery kind of stuff, you know? So I gave this one a 4 star. Then I actually listened to this one, Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. I have never read a Tessa Bailey book before. I've never been compelled to read one. And I feel like, are her books notoriously spicy? I'm not sure. I literally don't really know anything about her. I just know I don't pick up her books for whatever reason. But I got this one because it's a hockey romance, and I'm obsessed with hockey romances, honestly. I'll read them all. And yeah, but I did not realize that, and this is just me not reading the back, really just buying it because hockey and the sprayed edges with the hockey skates on it. This is actually like a step sibling forbidden love type romance, which I just didn't do my due diligence. I just did not read the back, really. So that really honestly surprised me. That was my biggest shock reading this, and that's my fault. I don't hate it. I've never read a step siblings one, honestly, and I mean, I feel like there was only one way to wrap it up, and that's what she did. But I honestly didn't know. Like, I was like, how are we gonna fix this? Like, we already started off like on a really bad note, finding out we're gonna be step siblings. So like, how are we gonna go from here? And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I listened to it just because I felt like I needed it. That was the only way I was gonna be able to power through. But I think overall, I think it was a good romance. Pretty spicy, I would say. I don't even remember. I gave it 3 stars. I would recommend it if you like Tessa Bailey's books, which if you like her books, and you probably already read it, but I would recommend it if you like her books, if you like this type of trope. I mean, I don't know. I really don't hear about this trope ever. Probably because it's not that popular, and I can see why. But it honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it could be. Do I want to read more step-sibling romances? Probably not. Or not willingly. So, do with that what you will. Yeah. 3 stars. It's solid 3. Let's see. Next, another audiobook listen, was Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. And I knew I had to listen to this on audio because I've tried to start this so many times, and I just couldn't. I really enjoyed the first book because it was something new, and I don't know, I've never liked cozy fantasies before, and the first one was really good, and I loved it. So I thought, this is a series that I can continue, but I just think it could have ended at the first book. I think having a cozy fantasy go on for 3 books, this is the second one, and there's a third one, but I don't think I'm going to continue the series just because it was really hard for me to get through this one. Like, nothing happens. Nothing. It's all low stakes, obviously. It's a cozy fantasy, but I was just bored. I was like, why are we going through all these things again? Like, I feel like cozy fantasies don't need to be a series. I gave this one a 2 or 2.5. I can't remember. Probably 2.5. Just, yeah. I'm not going to continue the series. And then our first 5-star of May is Carly Fortune's One Golden Summer, which I feel like is kind of surprising. Although her books have been hit or miss for me. I did really enjoy Every Summer After when I read it the first time, which was, 2021. So it's been a while, but I did enjoy it, and I did give that one a 5-star. And then I didn't enjoy Meet Me at the Lake. And then her release last year, This Summer Will Be Different, I actually did enjoy that one. I gave that one like a 4, I think. But this one, we go back to Barry's Bay. It's about Charlie, who is Sam's brother from Every Summer After. And I love Charlie. That's what I want to say. I love this man so much. He literally had me giggling, kicking my feet while reading this book. He was making me blush. Like, the things he was saying to Alice, I love him so much, and I'm so glad that he got the happily ever after that he deserves. He deserves everything. He deserves the world. I love him so much. And we also got a cameo of Percy and Sam in this, and I loved that. I ate it up. I love the setting of Barry's of Barry's Bay. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Barry's Bay. I love the setting of the lake. Just this is like the epitome of a summer read. This is amazing. If you were going to the lake this summer and you haven't read this, literally pick this up. You don't really have to read every summer after, but I probably would. You can read both of them at the lake, okay? You will want to sit them all. You will want to read them all in one sitting. They are so good. 5 stars. All right. Now, I was definitely feeling the hockey romances, I guess. So I read Collide by Bao Cabra. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name. But this one is a college hockey romance, basically. And Summer is doing like a project for her graduate project, or to get into graduate school. And it's like a sports project. I don't remember what her major was. So she gets assigned the hockey captain, who is Aiden, and he doesn't really want to participate in this, but it's kind of like his punishment for something that happened on the team. So he's helping her with her project, and he's kind of helping her like chill out, I guess, like not be so serious. And she is basically helping him out with getting out of trouble on the team, basically. But it's pretty a lot more spice in here than I thought there was gonna be, honestly. But I enjoyed this book. I don't know. I love hockey romances. Sue me. You'll probably get so tired of hearing me say that I love hockey romances. I just do. I love them so much. And I ate it up, honestly. 4 stars. And then, next one in the series, Spiral. This one is about Elias, who, at the end of Collide, it's not really a spoiler because it's on the back, but at the end of Collide, him and Aiden get drafted to the NHL team in this world, which is the Toronto Thunder, and he's having trouble not being labeled as the womanizer of the hockey team, even though he's like not really dating or hooking up with anyone. He's just always pictured with girls just because of timing. Anyway, he meets Sage Beaumont, who is an aspiring ballerina, and they end up meeting and coming up with a plan to fake date because she's trying to get a lead role. At this big ballet company, but they are really strict about like social media presence. They want her to have a following, and she just doesn't have that. Like doesn't have a lot of Instagram followers and that kind of stuff. She's not well known. So she sees it as an opportunity to fake date Elias because he needs help not being labeled as the womanizer. So if he has like a steady girlfriend, then they can shut up about that. The press can, shut up about that. And also, dating a famous hockey player will definitely get her name out there. So, fake dating situation. Obviously, in any fake dating, real feelings are gonna develop, and you're kind of like toying the line between like, is this real or is this fake? I don't know. I really love this one. 4 star. I feel like maybe both. I might give like Spiral and Collide maybe both like a 4.25. They're honestly like really good. And the 3rd book comes out at the end of this year. I'm very excited about it. It's called Revolve. And I can't remember which hockey player that one's about. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay, and then another hockey romance I actually read on my Kindle, and it took me a while to get into this one. First of all, it's like a 600-page book. A 600-page hockey romance, which normally I wouldn't complain about, but this one just wasn't my favorite. The mailman character is one of those womanizer type men who is always in the media and never has a girlfriend, like doesn't have time for that. and that's Carter, by the way. He meets Olivia, and she is like a gym teacher. Her best friend is dating another hockey player on Carter's team, so that's how they meet, and Carter's like blown away by her. He becomes obsessed with her. She's like, no, I know who you are. Like, I know that you date around a lot, and she's not into that. She doesn't do casual. He's very persistent. He really wants to show her that he isn't, that's not all he is. Like, that was just like the old him, and he can change and do all that stuff. So basically just following that. There's not really a plot. Honestly, they kind of like end up together like really fast. Like, she doesn't really make him work for it like I thought she would. Like, she's very strong. Olivia is very strong-willed, or so I thought, and like I really thought she was going to make Carter work for it. But I feel like she gave in too easily, and then we were just like happy for too long, you know? And for it to be a 600-page book, like, I feel like we were already happy like before we got halfway. And, you know, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. And this is a series that I don't think I'm going to continue just because they're all so long. And if it's anything like the first one, I'm not sure. I know there's one that's like a single mom trope, and I might want to try that one, but I'm not going to like, it's probably not going to be on my mind all the time. Like, oh, I want to finish that series, if you know what I mean. That one I gave it 2.5. I read What Happens in Amsterdam by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and I actually did really enjoy this one. I've never read a book by Rachel Lynn Solomon, but I really enjoyed this one. I liked her writing. This was fun. It takes place in Amsterdam. Our main character, Danny, has moved there for a job after getting fired from her last one, and she just wants a change of pace. She's kind of had like a sheltered life growing up. She had some health issues growing up, and her parents are very protective of her, and she just wants to get out of the U.S. and prove that she can live somewhere else on her own. She doesn't want her parents coddling her, all that kind of stuff. And she ends up running into her ex-boyfriend, who is from Amsterdam, or he's Dutch, and he was a foreign exchange student when they were in high school, and he lived with her family, and that's how they met, and they dated secretly, kind of, because they couldn't, because they were living together. I don't know. Anyway, they had this like huge breakup, like when he went back to Amsterdam, and then she hasn't seen him since. I don't even know how many years. She's in her 30s. So it's been at least a decade, okay? At least, because it was right before college that they broke up. Anyway, her job was kind of falling apart. It kind of wasn't really legit. Her apartment's awful. I don't know how to say his name. It's a Dutch name, okay? It's Wouter. I did look it up on how to pronounce it, and it was like kind of like Walter, kind of, but not. I don't know how to say it, so I don't want to butcher it now. But he offers her a place to live, which is in his apartment, and it also comes up that he's trying to get his grandmother to sell him this place because it's where he grew up, and she has like a contingency plan. Is that the word? She'll only give it to him if he's married. So they kind of get married. And his family, for the most part, believes it because they were truly in love, like in high school, and like his family knew that he was in love with her. So we got a fake marriage going on. But there were some things that I just felt like the main character did some things that kind of annoyed me. Obviously the communication could have been better, and like I don't even remember really what she did that was annoying. Like at the end, just the way she reacted to some of the situations, I think could have been handled better. But I loved the guy in this. I'm just gonna call him Walter. I loved him. He was great. I liked him teaching her Dutch words and her learning the language. I really loved that. I thought that was really cute. Yeah, I liked that it was just set in, like, I haven't read a book in a while that's like set in a different country like this, like a modern day romance, taking place in Amsterdam. I thought it was very fun, very fitting for this time of the year. So I think I gave this one a 3.75 just because of the way the main character was handling some things. I was just like, I couldn't get on board, and I was just like, this could have been like done in over with if you hadn't done that. So yeah. Next we have DNF, and this is a love story by Jessica Selfer. This one, I don't even know what to say about this one. I just didn't like the writing style. This was in my last video, if you haven't seen it. This was in the video where I read the highest and then the lowest rated on my TBR, and this was the lowest rated, and I ended up DNFing it because I could not read it. The writing style is so hard to like follow. I had no idea. The point of views were kind of confusing. Still don't know the point of the story, and it was just boring. Really, that's really off to say. And then I was kind of in a slump, and I didn't know what to read. So I picked up Darling Girl by Liz Mikowski, and this one I've been wanting to read for a while. It's a Peter Pan retelling, basically, and kind of dark, honestly, and it's got some magic, some science-y aspects to it. I just thought it was very interesting. I thought it was a really unique take on Peter Pan. I love retellings like this, like a retelling of anything, honestly. I do enjoy those. But it was pretty fun. Peter is a terrible person in this, but I feel like every Peter Pan retelling, that's how it is, because I don't know. I guess it's the only way he can go, is to be evil. But anyway, fun read, 4 stars. I'm glad I finally got it off my TBR. Our next 5-star of May is Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. This is the 5th and final book in the Windy City series. I love the series so much. I feel like I need to go back and reread this series because it's just so good. I love the characters. I love the found family. This is an amazing found family series. If you love found family, you will love this, honestly. And it's a sports romance. Just so good. And Rio DeLuca he is the man, okay? I ate this up. I cannot stop thinking about it. I don't want to stop thinking about it. I actually got the standard version where before like the old independently published covers with the cityscape on them. I ordered that on Amazon just to match my other copies, and I'm actually going through and like transferring my annotations, like my highlights from my Kindle, into the book because it was so good. It was so good. This is a second chance, childhood friends to lovers, second chance, sports romance, hockey romance, everything I love. Literally everything I love, okay? Rio is so down bad. And there's so many things that I could say about this, but I can't because I feel like, because it'll definitely spoil it, and I feel like it'll just like ruin the experience if I say it. Even if it's not spoiling it, I think it'll ruin the experience, which I guess is what spoiling is. I don't know. So you have to read it for yourself. I love this man. I love Rio and Hallie. That's all I have to say. 5 stars, 6 stars, really. I love it so much. I think this is my favorite book that I read in May. Next, I read The Women by Kristen Hanna, and this one was also a 5-star. I love Kristen Hanna's books. Obviously, her writing is just amazing. I love her storytelling. Most of her books are historical fiction, and they're always so interesting. She makes historical fiction so easy to read, and also her stories are heartbreaking. They're heartbreaking, but in the best way. This one follows Frankie during the Vietnam War time. She volunteers to be a nurse in Vietnam, and you get her point of view going to Vietnam and like what was happening over there, and then coming home and being treated the way that people treated the Vietnam War. No one wanted to be a part of it, and then just the disrespect that the soldiers and nurses got when coming home. It was really sad to read about, but honestly, like, I loved Frankie as a character. She was so strong, and I don't know, it's just so interesting to read about, like, these different time periods and things that happened, because you know that, like, even though, like, Frankie's a fictional character, like, a lot of the things that happen in this book happened to real people, and it's just, I don't know, Kristen Hanna's great at making you feel for these characters. Like, I really felt for Frankie this entire book, and it's just so good. 5 stars. Next, I read Stealing for Keeps by Rebecca Jinchek. I don't know how to say her name, but this is like a little YA romance, sports romance. It's okay, honestly. I think I gave it a 3 or 2. 2.75, I think. It kind of just, there was no plot, honestly, and I feel like I don't know, there's just no plot, and I think it being YA, I have nothing against YA, I love YA books, like, even though I'm older now, I still love them, but this one just felt like the epitome of, like, a YA, like literally nothing happened in this, and, like, I didn't care about the romance or the sport, or anything. I really didn't care about anything in this, so 2.5. Then I read The Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen, and this one was pretty good. It was kind of fun. We're traveling to Belfast. I don't know how to say that. And we have to travel with the best man for our sister's wedding, who we don't want to go to and aren't supportive of the wedding. Does that make sense? Anyway. Basically, the entire book is her traveling with the best man and them hating on each other. Ada is super judgmental, and it was driving me insane. The entire book. Like, I don't know why. She literally would not give Jack a break, or her future brother-in-law a break. She was just saying bad things the entire time until Jack was like, I have had enough. Like, you don't know anything. You don't know what you're saying. And I was like, yeah, Jack, you go off. Anyway, that's what I have to take from that. If you like a little travel in your books, then this was good. But I really didn't care about the romance or for them to be together, because just Ada was annoying me. So, yeah, I don't want to say anything else about it. Our final book in May is Allie Hazelwood's Problematic Summer Romance, and this is the second book after Not in Love. So this follows Eli's younger sister Maya and Connor Harkness, who works with Eli, and Maya has basically been in love with Connor for 3 years, okay, but he won't act on their chemistry or anything, like their connection, solely based on the fact that he's 15 years older than her, so it's an age gap, but you get kind of like 2 timelines in this. You get the present day one where Maya is traveling to Italy for Rue and Eli's wedding. Like, first off, love the setting. Yeah, we're seeing like her interactions with the friend groups and Connor being there, and you don't know what happened between them, but every other chapter you get like a past point, a chapter that's like from the past that was 3 years ago that leads up to like when they stopped talking and being friends, because they actually became friends about 3 years ago, and something happened between them and you just don't know what. But you know they have a connection, and you know that he's down bad for her, but won't do anything about it. And I ate this up. 4.5 stars. So good. I love an age gap, honestly. Allie Hazelwood. She's just amazing. Those are all the books that I read in May. I feel like I had a good reading month overall. I had 3 5 stars, which I think is like insane. That's pretty good. And yeah, also we had some new, like, April and May are the months for new releases, so we knew we were going to get some good reads with that one. But if you guys enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you've read any of these books and your thoughts on them, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!